the announcement from the South African Police Service that the Western Cape Head of Crime Intelligence, Mzwandile Tiyo, has been dismissed. We are joined now by the DA's Ian Cameron, the Portfolio Committee on Police chairperson in the National Assembly. Ian, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The right thing to have done.
Absolutely. I think it's been a long time coming. There've been controversial things around Mr. Tiyo for quite a few years. Actually, I think it started around 2013, if I recall correctly. And I'm glad we've come this far. There are still criminal processes that are running, and obviously we need to wait for due process to do its thing.
There was what is called a Section 34 inquiry into Mzwandile Tiyo's fitness to hold office. And do you know whether the entire thing was around the allegation that he'd lost a laptop and a firearm and then used crime intelligence resources to find the people who'd stolen that stuff and, in addition, assaulted the suspects? Was that it, or were there other things brought in as well, to your knowledge?
There were other things. I haven't heard or seen everything yet. I'm just aware that there were other things too, but that was it amongst others. Remember, it's very important that you highlight the incident regarding the firearm and the laptop, because he left that firearm and laptop in a vehicle outside a tavern in Mbekweni, just outside Paul, in the Winelands, from where it was then allegedly stolen. They then used other criminal underworld figures and crime intelligence resources to then go and relocate or recover the firearm and the laptop. And if I'm not mistaken, two so-called suspects were very severely injured in the incident too. I mean, the incident itself can be debated, but the point is no case was ever opened. It wasn't reported correctly. And obviously that is not the way that we can respect the rule of law in South Africa.
I don't think it matters how good a head of crime intelligence he was if this is the sort of thing that one is found substantially guilty of. Then it doesn't matter that you were the best Western Cape crime intelligence boss. But I mean, we do know in this country, Ian, that crime intelligence and intelligence generally has been repurposed to suit needs beyond that which crime intelligence should be used. And I mean, if this is part of a sort of general cleanup and a return to sort of more traditional ways of dealing with crime by nipping it at source, I mean, I don't know if the Khayelitsha heist that was preempted a couple of weeks ago, leading to that shootout between the robbers and police, I don't know whether that's an indication that crime intelligence is starting to do what crime intelligence is supposed to do. What would be your assessment of the state of crime intelligence in South Africa at the moment?
So I think you're correct in saying that it was repurposed for wrongdoing. Unfortunately, it played a massive role and still does in some cases with regard to organized crime. The example we just spoke of regarding the Section 34 inquiry can be compared or used as an example for many other officers. Obviously, there has been lots of worry regarding the abuse of crime intelligence for political gain as well. We know about the so-called grabber deal from the Nasrec conference in 2017, and there are many more examples of this. With regards to positive comments, it does feel to me that there is an increase in intelligence-driven operations to foil certain types of priority crimes, like, for example, cash-in-transit heists. You correctly mentioned the one in Khayelitsha, and there have been several others across the country. There have also been, I think, 4 crime intelligence officers arrested 2 or 3 days ago in Gauteng. Unfortunately, in the Western Cape context, crime intelligence is not healthy, and many other parts of the country too. But we are grateful that there are still many good people still operating in that space, and we hope that with a new sense of direction, a fresh approach from the new police minister, that we can expect some kind of change. In the Western Cape, broadly speaking, the police is not healthy, and police management is certainly not healthy, and there's a lot of work to be done.
Thank you for that assessment, Ian Cameron of the DA, who heads up the Portfolio Committee on Policing in the National Assembly.